All right, day 3 is in the books, and I'm gonna go ahead and give you my winners for day 3. But what's crack lacking? It's your boy Broshmo, just in case you did not know. So go ahead, become a bro, and subscribe. Leave that thumbs up if you enjoy the content. As always, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Also, Senior Bowl, we're gonna be doing a watch along tomorrow, so come join us for that. Later on, got an East-West Shrine Bowl. The game got a summary, some of my winners from that as well, and probably just gonna do another mock the mock today. So don't know on who. I don't know. Maybe give me suggestions in the video. Let's go ahead, get into it. I'm gonna go per position. So my winner at the QB is Malik Willis. As far as yesterday, you just saw the charisma. I mean, I remember just him going over to assistant coach after kind of underthrowing Greg Dulcich. He's like, he fast. Yeah, Greg Dulcich, he kind of fast. But like, just you see that, like, he's getting interviewed well. Like, he seems very charismatic. His teammates loved him. The guys at the Senior Bowl there love him. That was also something I noticed about Dameon Pierce. He was always laughing it up with the coaches. But yeah, you just saw the arm. Like, he was starting to hit a lot of throws on day 3, a lot of big time throws. I'm still, I guess, willing to die on this hill. I think from the throw to throw bases, Sam Howell was the better quarterback between both teams. Which I'm going to kind of go into kind of like everybody there throughout this video. But I'm just so you get the nice graphic. This was my winner from specifically day 3. But yeah, no, like low-key, like Sam Howell has been hitting like big-time throws. Like on like the wide receiver corner one-on-one drills. Like he's been putting nice touch on the ball. And Bailey's happy. You know, you've seen... Like, I guess his arm strength's a bit more limited than I thought it was, but by no means like terrible. Like I think he's been probably one of the more accurate quarterbacks here. But dude, everything with the national team just, I think Desmond Ridder comes out looking the best from the national team. Carson Strong's his accuracy's just not been as good as you've seen on tape. And again, I'm willing to take the tape over what, like, I'm going to take the bulk. But still, it's kind of a big week for him to come and compete against guys of, like, the same tier, the same caliber. And it's just, he hasn't shown out. Like, Ritter's shown some special throws, some good accuracy, some good anticipation. While, yes, there are some of those wild throws, but, like... Just more so than, like, Strong and, like, Pickett, honestly. I'm telling y'all, Pickett's going to the second round. I just think the hands, you're just not going to take a guy with sub 9-inch hands. The only other person, I think, to do it in the NFL, at least in the modern era, was Michael Vick. And he was far more gifted athletically compared to Pickett. Not to say Pickett's like a bad prospect or anything. It's just in the first round, I don't think teams are going to take that chance. On to the running backs. The guy that impressed me on day 3 was Tyler Beatty. I always want to say baddie. He's a baddie. But no, he looked good. He looked like he could be one of the premier scat backs. Like the guy's stupid light on his feet. Yeah, no, it looks there's a role for him in an NFL backfield, but yeah, he looked good in mainly receiving drills. But Abraham Smith also looked. He's a guy that I've been impressed with throughout the week. Same with Dameon Pierce. I really don't even remember seeing Devontae Price yesterday. Yo, shout out to TJ Pledger though, coming out short notice out of Utah and coming in and performing today. I thought he looked good. He had some good pass protection reps. But, yeah, like, I would say probably Beatty. Brian Robinson, because everyone was, like, blowing steam up the butt of that Channing Tindall and Brian Robinson matchup, which I'm pretty sure Tindall ended up winning. It's just, it ain't going to be the hit everyone's talking about. But, yeah, no, for the most part, I think... Beatty was definitely the winner from day 3. Dameon Pierce probably the best back this week, though. Rashad White's been good. Jerome Ford's had spots, but Yeah, good for you, Beatty. At receiver, yesterday's winner being Christian Watson. I don't think he's gonna be like a separator. Like he's real jittery. I don't know if he's running like some say he runs in the 4.4s. I'm thinking high 4.4s because like he's got a little speed to him, but not much, not much. But the thing is, there's not a lot of good big wide receivers in this class. He's gonna be among the best of them, and I think that probably puts him in day 2. I think it does. Like Alec Pearson come out here and really separate himself from the rest of these guys. It's been Watson. Watson's been kind of the talk of the town. Him, I'd say. Who else has been performing well? Obviously, Jalen Tolbert, Khalil Shakir, probably going to be one of the premier slot guys in this class. Romeo Dubs had a better day 3. This Trey Turner's performed well in parts this week, but still probably getting bumped down to like a mid day 3, late day 3. But yeah, no, I would say probably the day 3 winner is Christian Watson. I like what I saw from him. He's got shimmy on his routes. Like in the red zone, it was real nice. He was able to get separation just with a couple of moves. So real nice. Trying to think of any other like standouts. I would probably say, yeah, Khalil Shakir, Jalen Tolbert. Those have kind of been the standouts this week. Dontario Drummond did have a nice catch in the back of the end zone, but yeah. Let's get moving to the tight ends, and it's I actually listed Connor Hayward. He's more of an H-back. I know he's gonna be more of this fullback H-back in the NFL. It's just the tight ends kind of performed to how I expected they would. Like Trey McBride looked great, fantastic. Isaiah Likely was a monster at receiver. Greg Dulcich, a monster at receiver. Willen blocker, successful blocker. But I really think that and then Trey Berry actually joined the squad. You saw good length from him. I don't think he really stood out, but I really like Connor Hayward, man. He showed in the 7-on-7s and 11-on-11 drills to be a menace out the backfield. He's been a pretty solid blocker too when they were doing kind of like run defense practice, whatever you want to call it. Like, I think he's been solid. I think he's given himself a draftable grade. I'm just going to say if Josiah or was it Joshua? Josiah Jagara, if he could get drafted in the 3rd round, I'm going to say Connor Hayward could get drafted in like 5th, 6th round. I'm just going to say that. I thought he was impressive. On to the offensive line. I'm going to start on the interior. Cole Strange, I thought was a big winner. Obviously, Zion Johnson, man, he's kind of already proven himself this week, in my opinion. It's really been Cole Strange. He had a very solid day yesterday. There were ups, there were downs, but I thought there were more ups than downs. And probably now in that like 4th, 5th round area for a lot of guys. He's got some versatility along the line. At least he's shown that this week. I think the offensive line has been looking much better throughout the week. Like Ed Ingram, Justin Schaefer, Lacetius Smith, the Virginia Tech cat. Who else? Obviously, Jamari Sawyer. I thought he's looked pretty darn good. Marquise Hayes has had really good reps, especially when guys try to bull rush him because he just ain't gonna do that to my boy. And then I think Luke Fortner, he's been all right. Probably the least impressive of the guys playing guard / center. At least what PFF has listed here. I'm trying to remember. I don't think there's any other newer entries to the offensive line this week. But Cole Strange, I think it was a definite winner on day 3. And then going to the tackle, Spencer Burford at UTSA. Trevor Pettin is for a lot of people, you're gonna see them talk about Trevor Penning. Like you see the raw, like the raw traits. You know, this guy needs a little bit more of a touch up. I don't think he's a guy that can start right away in the NFL. A lot of NFL teams though are gonna love that tenacity, that kind of like nastiness he has. But I don't know. For like a lot of people, they already had him in the first round. I don't think he's much of a riser. He's really just kind of cementing what people thought of him. So I think Burford, because he plays a lot stronger than being 193. He's got great length. Specifically, what is your length? Oh, I have it right in front of me. I'm like looking around. Which monitor do I have it on? I think he's at the bottom here. Yeah, 34.25-inch arms, and he just moves well. Like, I've been very impressed with him this week, and it's not like the tackle group's been in particularly impressive. Like Kennard, ever since day one, he's kind of been like trending, down. It just wasn't impressive as day one. Falele, just another guy that's raw. Don't want to start him right off the bat. I thought Chris Paul's looked really good this week. Cade Mays was getting some snaps at center and guard. Braxton Jones, he had his ups and downs, but you love the length, and like I think it's a lot better than what I initially was expecting. Bernhard Raymond came in and had his ups and downs too. Andrew Stuber, some people like him. I think he's been very underwhelming. Like, I'm not touching this guy till late day 3. Lucas has been fine. Abraham Lucas. Oh, yeah, and then what? Jatir. Is it Jatir Carter? The Southern. Well, he came in as a tackle, but they were playing him at guard. I thought he looked pretty decent. Again, Matt, while the North Dakota tackle, I haven't learned how to say his name. He had his ups and downs, but didn't look really much different than some of these other guys. Max Mitchell still dealing with. I think he's dealing with some hesitancy with his hands, just because he had fractures there during the end of the season. So like I don't know how much recovery he's gone through. So I don't know if he's playing fully healthy. Nick Zelenji or whatever, the Fordham tackle, easily the worst guy there, in my opinion. Some people might like him. I don't. But Burford, big winner, I think, on day 3. Going to the defensive side, Eric Johnson. You might be like, what? Perrion Winfrey looked great. What? Logan Hall looked great. Travis Jones, Devontae Wyatt. Yeah. But I don't think those guys really elevated their stock. They kind of cemented what everyone thought about him. Maybe Perrion Winfrey for me, like moved up a bit, because he came in looking a lot stronger. And I would say I'm more like, yeah, this guy can play the run. I don't know why Oklahoma didn't play him in run defense, but it's been Eric Johnson. This guy had a bomb NFL PA Bowl, got the invite to Mobile, and he's made the most of it. He definitely looks like he's among like some of the top performers in this class. It would not surprise me if he snuck into like the day 2. I'm probably gonna have an early like day 3 grade on him, but he has been wonderful this week. He's a bit twitched up. Yeah, again, I always go back to that fake spin move he did on Wednesday. Didn't work, but man, it was great. But yeah, no, I've been thoroughly impressed. Obviously, unfortunately, Haskell Garrett went down, but he will be like with a left shoulder injury. I think it was left shoulder. Yeah, and but he will be playing in the Senior Bowl this weekend. Like I said, Devontae Wyatt, he probably looks like the best guy here from the interior. It's a toss-up between him and Winfrey and even Jones. Like, those 3 guys have been wonderful. Logan Hall's been pretty good. John Ridgway, he's shown some massive strength, but I don't know if he's going to be much more than a pocket pusher, run stuffer type. Neil Farrell's looked pretty good this week too. Bania, I don't know how to get his name down, but honestly, he's probably gonna be a good nose tackle, zero tech on like day 3. Like this defensive interiors looked really good. So let's talk about the edge. And I went with DANGELO Malone. He had a nasty he just laid into someone. I can't remember who it was. It escapes my mind. At first I thought it was a tight end. He made the guy look like a tight end. Just put him on his butt. He is so good at converting speed to power. He has been very successful during his Western Kentucky career. He is probably, honestly, what a lot of evaluators were expecting from Amari Barno. I think that's what DANGELO Malone has been this week. He's undersized. You know what he is, but the guy has been very good. He's going to be a good pass rushing specialist, probably like maybe a fifth round option. I don't know. This edge class is pretty deep, so it's going to be interesting to see where these guys go. But the edge class has been very good. Boy, Mafe, the Minnesota edge has been very good. Arnold Ebiketie, I really don't remember seeing him on day 3, though. Dominique Robinson, they kicked him inside for a few, and I don't think he's as raw as people, like, as I would have anticipated. So I thought he looked good. Isaiah Thomas was another guy they kicked to the inside occasionally. Jermaine Johnson didn't practice because of an ankle injury, but he will be playing. Kingsley Nagbari, I thought looked better on one-on-one or on the offensive defensive line drills. I thought he was showing off the violent hands that I thought he had. I don't know if it's enough with how impressive everyone else has been looking. I wish we just would have saw it earlier in the week. Zachary Carter is, again, low-key. Zachary Carter, he's been looking good. Like, but no one's talking about it. Like, low-key, Zachary Carter. Dude's just going to be an NFL player. All right, at linebacker, I got Brian Asamoah, dude. This cat, only 6 foot, 222, but 33 and 3/8 arm length, 80-inch wingspan, and you see all of that, dude. He had a few breakups on tight ends this today. Dude is a sideline to sideline athlete. I thought he was a big winner on day 3 here. Channing Tindall, again, another cat that he came in weighing like a lot smaller than I thought he was. Like, what did I initially have him listed down at? Yeah, well, I guess not too much smaller. I have him at 6'2", 230. But the dude is powerful. He's a downhill guy. That's who he is. Him and Brian Robinson, they had the matchup. But Channing Tindall actually had a lot of good blitzes. He had beat Grant Katera on a rep. So yeah, there were a few good reps. Damian Clark, Darian Beavers, I thought looked good. DeMarco Jackson looked fine. So like overall, I think the linebacker class has been all right. This is actually one of the better linebacker classes in like recent memory. Go into, I just had to list secondary, so I just went with Jalen Pitre. Couldn't find a Senior Bowl photo of him though. He has been hands down the best player in the secondary all week long. I mean, really no one has separated themselves, I think. Alante Taylor and Roger McCreary have just looked like the most fluid athletes probably at corner. Roger McCreary, he played a little bit of slot, dude. So like I think he might firmly be a second rounder, but I think I'm gonna say the same thing about Jalen Pitre. I'm in love with him like I was Elijah Molden, dude. And what happened to Elijah Molden? He got picked at like 104 or something. Shame. But no one really stood out from this corner class. The safety class was a bit better. Like Darion Kendrick, dude. If someone took him long, then good luck. But like he was much better in the red zone. JoJo Doman wasn't bad. He worked out mainly, I think, with the linebackers. Because he was out there covering tight ends and running backs. And I thought he was pretty solid. He had a solid breakup, I think, on Trey McBride. It was either Trey McBride. It was someone with the gold helmet. So it could have been actually Trey Berry. But I think probably the worst player there has been JT Woods, the Baylor safety. Leon O'Neal's been pretty bad this week too, in my opinion. Not terrible, but like among the group, he hasn't been a top performer. Tariq Carpenter, Sterling Weatherford been working out with the linebackers. Low key, Tariq Castro Fields has had a pretty good week. Tariq Woolen's had a good week. He's going to be a good press corner in the NFL, but also a guy that's not necessarily the most fluid athlete. Oh, dude, yesterday, so they had Calvin freaking Austin, the Memphis wide receiver. And they had Yosef Corker, the Kentucky safety. Mind you, this guy's probably a box safety only type of option you're probably going to see in like the 5th, 6th round. And they're going to have him man up. Like, how fair is that? That's so messed up. I didn't get some of these matchups, dude. Zion McCollum, though, he's looked like he's belonged with these guys. I mean, and for the most part, a lot of these guys will go drafted. So, I mean, that's a good thing to say. But let me know what you thought about day 3 in the comment section below. That's it for the video. Be on the lookout for other content. And as always, until next time, you be easy, my friends. Later.